Alright, so sorry if it's windy, guys. I don't know how well you can see it, but I got the ugly brown stripe off. I took most of it off with the heat gun. The bottom portion where it was still gray came off real nice with the heat gun. The rest of it basically flaked off, broke off, cracked off. See? So like it'd be this part here, and then this part here was all yellow and brown. So that came off nicely, and then I had to sand it, and then I just blended it in with that same white paint I used before. So if you look real close, you can see, you know, but from a distance it looks better. Got these tires put on, shined them up, cleaned off the wheels. So slowly but surely getting there. Alright, so also I got all the lug nuts changed out. There was a total of 3 or 4 different sizes as far as the outside diameter. So these ones here I bought from I bought like a pack here and there for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think I'm in packs of 4 or whatever, so I got those all done. And then I picked up this here, just lowering shackles for the back. They don't make these for the D150s. They make them for the newer Dodges and the older Chevys and all that other stuff. These are like a universal fit. And as far as how much they're going to drop it, it says between 1 and 2 inches or something like that. So depending on which slot you put it in. The only thing is this part's a little bit too wide, so I'm going to have to shim it with some shims or washers. And this part here, the black part, is like a 1/4 inch smaller than what it needs to be. And the urethane bushing, or plastic bushing, I don't really know what these are made out of, is a little bit too wide. As you can see, it sticks out. So I think I can get away with just grinding a little bit of that off. I just don't want to be careful and heat it up too much and like melt it away or something crazy. But take a little bit off each side, a little bit at a time. I gotta get rid of like an 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch or something. So hopefully get to doing that this weekend at a buddy's house. And these are cheap. I've been wanting to lower this truck for a while in the back just to level it out. So we'll see what it does or what it looks like. But so get that done. It was cheap. It was like 38 bucks with my military discount, so not losing any money. And because I can make these, obviously it wouldn't be that hard, but just for that price, it's kind of stupid just to spend that and get it done with, and hopefully everything will work out with them. The only thing I'm worried about is down here, so more you guys can see, is see if you can see I've already sprayed this stuff, but this bolt here, like how am I going to get it out? So I'm thinking take this one out, slide it through that way, and then push up above the frame because there's room between the frame and the bed, and I'll pull that out. So hopefully that works out. Should be able to do it all pretty much with a floor jack. So I'm going to do that this weekend at a buddy's house. Hopefully it won't take long. Alright, so can you guys see 51,090 miles? I'm guessing that's 150. So here's the Dodge. It's 88. I know I've showed you guys this before when I bought it. I owned it for a 1.5 years, 2 years now. And I'm not trying to build a show truck, but when the transmission started leaking really bad the end of last summer before I deployed, I kind of got discouraged and got sick of working on it. But I did do manifold gaskets on it, and one side didn't really take too well. I guess I didn't clean it off good enough or tighten it up enough or something. So I'd like to redo that. I did valve cover gaskets, plugs, wires, rotor, cap, air filter, fuel filter. Keep the oil changed every 2,000 miles, every 2,500 miles-ish. Trying to clean up the inside as far as these. I don't know if you can see like how crappy this looks down here. And then up here, like I've started working on that. Just little stuff. Like I'll clean this up. The power windows work on that side. The motor works on this side. But it's off the track because this door was bent. This part here wouldn't seal up here with the weather stripping, so I did bend that back. But I haven't got around to fixing the window. And this seal here is bad inside. So just a little bit of work here and there. And now that I got all I needed to do to fix the transmission leak was get on there and actually wash it with some degreaser and pressure wash it and figure out where it was actually leaking from. Just turned out to be a pan gasket, so just to actually tighten it up, and it worked. So eventually I'll change that. But now I'm just kind of getting better at, you know, trying to get it looking a little bit better. So I took that ugly strip off the side, put some new tires on it, keep it cleaned up. I'd like to get it lowered 2 inches in the back to make it level out, and it'll be a nicer looking truck. The interior is not great, you know. I carry all this crap around with me. You know, I got a bunch of pile of tools in the back. But she's all original, and she needs some work underneath the hood. So eventually I'll get around to doing that. I haven't decided what I want to do. Am I going to throw a 360 in it from the junkyard? Or am I going to rebuild the 318? Or am I going to build a bigger, better motor for it? I'd like to keep it kind of as a daily driver or a summer driver for when I move to New York. So now I'm just doing a little bit here and there. So getting the lug nuts changed out, so that's just something that was bothering me. They do look a little bit better. Took those center caps off, fixed the door, you know, just trying to make everything look a little better. I adjusted some of the addressed some of the rust issues, as you guys saw in my last video. So just slowly, and then I'll get it cleaned up. But I do drive it quite often. Power locks work. Key switch is broke, so it's stuck in the closed position. So started with the vice grips, and then down here is the starter button. So, and then I got my own 12 volt, because this one here works for lighting cigarettes, but for some reason won't work with electronics. I don't know if it's an older thing or what. But I retrofitted the AC last year, so it's got AC. The AC works. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty little old truck. I paid like somewhere around $2,000 for it. Probably paid a little bit too much, but it's in good shape. So, gonna keep it. And I think I'm gonna wrap this video up for now, and probably later on finish off with doing those shackles this weekend. I'll see how long the video is, and we'll see what happens. So, anyway, one step closer to making it look a little bit better. Alright, YouTube, so we're at storage. You're ready to head over to my buddy's house and put these little lowering shackles on. Just wanted to kind of do like a little bit of a before and after. It is facing downhill slightly this way, so it will look a little bit different, but I'm trying to park it in the exact same spot, and then I'm just going to try to stay in the exact same spot, and hopefully when I get back it'll be a little bit lower. So I'm just stopping by to grab a couple tools, and then we're heading over to his house. I don't know how much filming I'll do, but probably just a little bit, and hopefully these things will go on real quick and we'll be done. So we'll see what happens. Stick with me. Alright, so here's out with the old, in with the new. These are the old ones all rotted. This is the size difference. So probably about 3-4 inches. So with the angle of the leaf springs, we'll see how much it raises it. The hard one was the top one to get out, but like I said, I jacked it above the frame, so it pounded out.
So here I got the shackle installed. Should lower the vehicle a couple inches. Can't wait to see how it turns out.
Alright, so we got the shackles all back on, guys. And so we'll see what it looks like. You can't really see that one over there, but we'll see. Alright, so it's a little bit on an uphill, but still looks pretty good. I gotta take it back to my storage unit and see what the full drop was. It's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Alright, well I can't remember how far I was zoomed in last time, but here we are. A couple hours later, just got finished up. Just gave it a quick bath, didn't scrub or anything like that. But yeah, all in all, pretty easy. The top bolts came out kind of hard. I'm gonna go ahead and get a measurement and see what the exact drop was, because I measured it in this exact spot. Trying to make it as legitimate as I can. So we'll see. I think it turned out to make it look quite a bit better. I'm happy with it for 40 bucks. Now I gotta spend another 40 or 50 bucks on a set of shocks and should be good to go. Kind of giving me some motivation to do a little bit more work to it. So that'll probably be it for now. I'll get you an update here in a little bit and let you know what the difference was with the height wise.